Can you imagine what it takes to be a hero? Not the kind with superpowers, but the kind who makes a real difference in the world. Admiral William McRaven, a man who's led some of the most daring missions, has cracked the code. In his book, The Hero Code, McRaven shares the secrets to living a life of purpose and impact. It's not about being fearless or extraordinary, but about possessing qualities like courage, humility, and perseverance. I'll dissect the book for you, highlighting the main concepts and motivational tales that will enable you to discover your inner hero. Are you prepared? Take the first step, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video to embark on a journey of knowledge and growth. Chapter 1 is titled, Courage. McRaven defines courage as confronting fear, pain, danger, uncertainty, or intimidation. He emphasizes that courage isn't just about heroic acts on the battlefield but also about everyday bravery in our personal lives. The important lessons this chapter teaches us are: Number 1. Courage comes in many forms. McRaven explains that courage isn't limited to grand heroic acts. It can be found in small, everyday decisions, like standing up for what's right, facing personal fears, or persevering through difficult times. Number 2. Fear is natural. Feeling fear is a natural human response. What's important is how we respond to that fear. Courage is about taking action despite being afraid. Number 3. Inspiration from others. We can draw courage from the stories and actions of others. McRaven shares several anecdotes of individuals who displayed remarkable bravery, showing us that we all have the potential for courage. Chapter 2 titled, Humility. Accepting that we are not the center of the universe and that other people's support and efforts are frequently the reason for our triumphs is what this chapter defines as humility. What information does this chapter offer? Number 1. Value others' contributions. The author describes that our achievements are rarely ours alone. Recognizing and appreciating the efforts of others fosters a positive and collaborative environment. Number 2. Listen and learn. Humility involves being open to feedback and willing to learn from anyone, regardless of their position or background. Great leaders are great listeners. Number 3. Stay grounded. No matter how successful we become, it's important to stay grounded and remember where we came from. This helps us stay connected to those we lead and serve. The title of Chapter 3, Sacrifice. According to the author, sacrifice is the readiness to part with something worthwhile to benefit others. True heroes know how important it is to put others above themselves, whether it be in terms of time, comfort, or even life. These are a few tactics we should learn. Number 1. Putting others first. According to McRaven, real heroes put the welfare of others before their own. Both commonplace deeds of goodwill and more dramatic, potentially fatal circumstances demonstrate this. Number 2. Understanding the greater good. Sacrifice often involves seeing the bigger picture and understanding that some things are worth giving up for the benefit of others or the community. Number 3. Acts of service. Small, everyday sacrifices, like giving up your time to help a friend or volunteering for a cause, are just as important as grand gestures. These acts build a stronger, more compassionate society. In the title of Chapter 4, Integrity. Honesty and a firm sense of moral ideals are characteristics that McRaven describes as integrity. In both interpersonal and professional contexts, he says, honesty is the cornerstone of trust and respect. So, what knowledge does this chapter impact on us? Number 1. Consistency in values. Integrity, outlined by McRaven, is the ability to continuously uphold your moral principles despite hardship. Trust and credibility are increased by this constancy. Number 2. Honesty matters. Being truthful in all situations, whether it's a small white lie or a major ethical dilemma, is crucial. Honesty fosters trust and respect from others. Number 3. Leading by example. Leaders with integrity inspire their teams to act ethically. By demonstrating strong moral principles, they create a culture of honesty and accountability. Chapter 5 is titled, Compassion. This chapter defines compassion as the ability to identify, feel, and wish to alleviate another person's suffering. It highlights that compassion entails both empathy and taking action to help those in need. What details does this chapter provide? Number 1. Empathy in action. The author explains that true compassion goes beyond empathy. It involves taking concrete actions to help others, whether through small acts of kindness or larger efforts to support those in need. Number 2. Building connections. Compassion helps build deeper connections with others. We create a sense of community and strengthen our relationships by showing understanding and support. Number 3. Impact on well-being. Acts of compassion benefit those we help and improve our mental and emotional well-being. Helping others can bring a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Chapter 6 titled, Perseverance. According to the author, persistence is the ability to stick with a task in the face of adversity or a delay in reaching achievement. He highlights that real heroes persevere despite obstacles and disappointments because they are devoted to their objectives. What does this chapter teach us? Number 1. Endurance through challenges. As stated by McRaven, perseverance is about having the fortitude to keep going in the face of adversity and keep moving forward when things get hard. Number 2. Focus on the goal. Keeping your eyes on the prize helps maintain motivation. McRaven suggests setting clear goals and reminding yourself of why they matter to stay driven. Number 3. Learning from failure. Perseverance is not about never failing, it's about learning from failures and using them as stepping stones to success. Each setback is an opportunity to grow and improve. The title of Chapter 7, Duty. McRaven describes duty as the moral or legal obligation to do what is right and expected. He explains that true heroes understand their responsibilities and are committed to fulfilling them, regardless of the personal cost. Observations that are important to note in this chapter. Number 1. Commitment to responsibility. The author describes that duty involves a steadfast commitment to our responsibilities. Whether it's our job, family, or community, fulfilling our obligations is a hallmark of true heroism. Number 2. Selflessness. Fulfilling our duty often requires putting others' needs before our own. This selflessness strengthens communities and builds trust and respect. Number 3. Moral integrity. Duty is closely tied to moral integrity. Doing what is right, even when it's difficult, reflects our core values and principles. In the title of Chapter 8, Hope. The author characterizes hope as a strong energy that, in the face of hardship, inspires people to endure and work toward a better future. What insights does this chapter provide? Number 1. Resilience through adversity. McRaven highlights that hope gives people the fortitude to get through difficult situations. It enables us to keep going forward and being resilient in the face of adversity. Number 2. Inspiration and motivation. Hope inspires us to set goals and work towards them. It motivates us to take action and make positive changes in our lives and communities. Number 3. Community and support. Hope is often nurtured through the support of others. Building a sense of community and offering help to those in need can foster hope and encourage collective resilience. Chapter 9 is titled, Humor. The ability to regulate one's actions, emotions, and desires in the service of long-term objectives is referred to in this chapter as self-discipline. It makes the case that perseverance and character development depend on self-discipline. Here are some strategies. Number 1. Consistency is key. McRaven underscores the need for constant effort in developing self-discipline. Even when our motivation wanes, we can still make progress toward our goals by being disciplined and focused. Number 2. Overcoming temptations. Self-discipline involves resisting short-term temptations that may hinder our long-term objectives. It's about making choices that align with our values and goals. Number 3. Developing strong habits. Establishing good habits and routines strengthens self-discipline. These habits make it easier to stay on track and achieve our desired outcomes. Chapter 10 titled, Forgiveness. Serving others and prioritizing their needs over our own is what McRaven refers to as service. He emphasizes that a foundational element of heroism and a means of leading a purposeful life is serving others. What is this chapter teaching us? Number 1. Impact of selfless acts. Serving others without anticipating anything in return, according to McRaven, has a positive knock-on impact. Acts of selflessness improve communities' well-being and advance the common good. Number 2. Building stronger communities. Acts of service help build stronger, more connected communities. By contributing to others' well-being, we foster a sense of unity and cooperation. Number 3. Personal fulfillment. Serving others often leads to personal satisfaction and fulfillment. Helping others brings a sense of purpose and can make our own lives more meaningful. Heroism isn't just for those in capes or uniforms. It's about finding your courage, making a difference, and inspiring others. Whether it's making your bed in the morning or standing up for what's right, small acts of heroism can create ripples of change. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell and like this video for more content like this.